I had an interesting conversation with somebody this week. So, backstory is my husband's been gone for almost 7 weeks, and so it's just been me and the kids. We just moved here about 7 weeks ago, and I've been going to the gym for multiple reasons. I need to strengthen my knees. It helps me with my anxiety and depression, and I just want to feel better about myself, and I want to look better than I do right now. So that's why I've been going to the gym. So I've been going almost every day, Monday through Friday. Every once in a while I'll skip a Wednesday. And let's see, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. The gym owner guy comes up to me. He's like, you've been doing a good job. And I said, thanks. This is my hour. I have to fill my cup. And I was like, yeah, since my husband's been home, this is what I've been doing to help myself. And he said, oh, that's awesome. That's really good. And, it felt good to have that validation, right? And then I said, I realized that I have to fill my cup, fill my pitcher before I can fill up anybody else's cups. So, and, we talked a little bit about that. And it was just interesting to voice that out loud. I grew up in a home where my parents worked a lot and they gave us a wonderful life. And I am so grateful for all that they've done for us. But they forgot to fill up their own cups, right? And they just are having a hard time still. And it makes me really sad. And I've seen it in myself. I've seen it in my husband too, where when we don't fill our cup, we don't have anything else to give. And especially for me, I have to, with being on my own, I have to take care of the kids all the time. Well, I always take care of the kids all the time. Let me rephrase that. I don't have extra help to take care of the kids. And so it's just me. And so I have to fill my cup where I have nothing to give to my kids. If I don't, they get a mom who is really angry or really frustrated or really short and no patience, right? And I don't want my kids to have that. And I've learned that there's certain personality types that fill their cups in different ways. So you have the upholder. The upholder is someone who really likes rules and structure and really thrives on a lot of rules. So if you're an upholder and you're like, you want to fill your cup but you don't know how, you set a rule for yourself. I have to do XYZ, whatever fills your cup. It could be a hobby. It can be just making a good, simple meal. It doesn't have to be really a lot, just something small. Or it can be working out or eating differently, just whatever it is, talking to a friend. Set that rule. I'm going to talk to my friend for 15 minutes today, or I will text 3 people today, or whatever, okay? You have the obliger, and the obliger is someone who, they're like the salt of the earth, right? They are the ones who reach out to people all the time, and their cup is filled by filling other people's cups. But it gets tricky because if they don't fill their cups in other ways, it's a lot easier for them to kind of just lose themselves a lot more. And so an obliger has a really hard time doing things for themselves. It just feels morally wrong, and that's okay. And so, we just change the wording, right? So if you want to work out, say, I'm going to work out for my kids so I can play football with my kids, or I can play soccer with my kids, or I am going to not be on social media so I can be more present at work or with my family or whatever it is, okay? So don't do it for yourself, do it for other people, if that makes sense. You have the questioner, and a questioner is someone who likes to know why. They like all the reasons why. They do a lot of research and do all of those things, want to know why, okay? And they ask a lot of deep questions too. And so the questioner, figure out your why. Why do you want to fill your cup? What are some ways that can really fill your cup the most? Do a little bit of research on it and just get started. Do not get analysis paralysis, because then nothing will happen. And then you have the rebel. The rebel is someone who loves and thrives on agency. They need the ability to choose whatever they're going to do, okay? They need options. And A rebel is someone who, if they stick like in their mind, they're going to do it, right? If it's right, they will do it and they will stick to it. So when you have all of these personalities and they all come together, they can really do amazing things together. It's so cool to watch. So back to the rebel. I got a little sidetracked. Back to the rebel. Figure out like what you want to do and then just do it. Just do it. And you're going to have options. If people are pressuring you to do something else and you just don't want to do it because they're pressuring you to work out or they're pressuring you to do whatever it is, stop and ask yourself, okay, why do I not want to do this? I don't want to do this because they're telling me to, or am I not doing this because I don't want to? And then you can figure out like, okay, if I'm just saying no because they're telling me to, but even though I really want to, then do it anyways, right? That's what will help fill your cup. All of the personality types. Like, I am a questioner and a rebel. And so I would do a lot of different research. I've done a lot of different kinds of workouts. And I also really am determined to get my knees strong. I need my knees to be strong for the next few months and probably the next year. I need my knees to be really strong so I can start riding again. So that's my why, and I am determined to do it, and I've been doing really good. So figure out what drains your cup, what fills your cup, and what you're going to do about it. That's my challenge for you this week. Fill up your own pitcher so you can fill it up for your kids.